You've found sprouting 6: protection, free will, and taking responsibility. Welcome. Basically, planet Earth was set up as a planet of free choice. As a result, the completion of immense cycles, the Earth and its inhabitants has the opportunity to purge and redo its livingness. Hallelujah. In order to break the cycle of same and to realign through, the call for a new type of human being has been sounded. Included in the diversity of the response are some common traits. There's also extreme diversity, so you can't make a general statement, but I'm going to make one anyway. Some of the common traits are: 1. The ability to sustain a high vibrational resonance. 2. A reconnection to God source energy. 3. The sovereignty to choose livingness. 4. The ability to function simultaneously in different densities and sometimes in different times at the same time. In this manner, the ones who are coming in hope to facilitate an orderly transition. And one of the more common benevolent strategies to realign to the realignment that's underway is keeping one's integrity. Now, human integrity consists of honesty, caring, and responsibility. The reason it works in this realignment process is that means and ends are self-perpetuating, and if you keep your integrity and your means have integrity, then it comes all the way through with a minimum amount of effort. It's not only what you choose, but how you choose to do it. By keeping one's own integrity and wholeness as best you can, they cannot help but embody the resonance of Source here, now, on Earth. Well, some of them don't get all the way in, but that's part of what this video is about. One simple exercise to check yourself on how you are doing requires the following: paper and pencil. Now, on this paper and pencil, it's coming on the tube here. You have I show two sets of circles, and the one on the left is colored circles, and the one on the right is mostly penciled. And the one you need to make is like the penciled one. And if you take a glass and use it as a template, you just trace around it in the middle. You put a project. And then if you get a little bit bigger glass and you overlap around the outside 3 circles and use dotted lines on those. The one on the left is embodying, caring about, is what I've written. Being honest about is the one on the right. The one on the bottom is being responsible for. Now press pause, well, if you haven't already, and make your circles, and then we'll go on from there. Now, in each of the outer circles, ask yourself, the one on the left is, does my project reflect and in embodying caring? Now, note any exceptions. And we're just rating ourselves. We're not worrying about anybody else. We'll get to that later. Is the project, doing the next circle, is the project based on truth and honesty? And note any exceptions. And push pause whenever you need to write stuff down. Moving to the last circle, ask, is my project responsible? Response-able. Well, what I mean by that is it open to new inputs and possibilities. Now, note any exceptions. Next, check your motives. Now, ask your overlap with the project. In other words, when you're in context of the project. Why am I drawn to you? Why are you drawn to this project? Note the feeling of the energy that comes through you when you're in that project. Trace it from the outer espoused motive on the outer to finer and finer and finer levels on the inner. Is there a sudden shift of energy? It can reveal hidden motives on yourself or intruding influences. Sometimes we get overshadowed and don't even realize it. Even to someone else, it can lead elsewhere. What spirit or spirits does it lead to? And in order to check the mental paradigm from which your project originates, and this is important, visit Sprouting H, Intent Meter, for another learning by doing project. This one's more arts and craftsy. Its job will be to make you aware of the energy behind the ideas people subscribe to. Meantime, in these times of purging and realignment on this planet of free choice, where anyone can choose to do anything at any given time, taking responsibility, you take responsibility for your safety. It's very practical on the outer and the inner. Keep yourself safe. This can include protections on energetic levels. I wouldn't let anybody talk me out of it. Supposedly you're protected and stuff, and if your alignment and your higher does that for you, good. But not all of us have that luxury. Speaking of responsibility, beside the traditional accountability, it seems wise to integrate the variable of the new, the variables of the new, more than one. And to me it includes, in this new call and the ones that are responding to it, simultaneity is one of them, and livingness. Simultaneity brings in a lot of choices in parallel lives, times, and parallel densities. Suddenly, we have a lot more choices from which to create as multidimensionality makes its way slowly into our awareness, and sometimes not so slowly. But taking responsibility to entertain multiple new inputs, new responses, and their outcome, including hopefully new solutions, really does allow us to create a new earth as we move through our now moments. Remember to pause and write down the next redirect, Sprouting H, Intent Meter. See you there.